What is up, everybody? It's Sam here with BFPGear.com, and today we're actually going to be taking a look at, we're going to be looking at the infamous Pro DNA 160 round pods. So in this Pro DNA Reflex Shield harness here, I have 3 of the infamous pods here, and then I have a standard GXG 140 round pod. And I gotta say, looking at the pods in the pod pack, you're not really going to be able to tell the difference between the two until you look at them a little bit more closely, and that is exactly what we're going to do today. So Infamous has been creating paintball products for the players by the players, and they have just expanded their catalog even further with the Pro DNA 160 round pod. But does that pod actually carry 160 rounds, and what's so different about this 160 round pod versus a standard pod? So we're going to go ahead and compare the Pro DNA 160 round pods to standard GXG pods, and then I've even got 2 pods full of paint, and I will count them, because that's what we do here. It's not going to be fun. I'm going to be staring at a bunch of paintballs and counting them out, but we will see you guys and gals after the intro. So as you saw in the intro there, I've got the Reflex Shield harness here, and I have pods loaded in. And I have to say, just right off the bat too, let's just talk about like the pod size, because I know there's pods out there that are larger than the standard, 140 round pods. Yeah, these pods right here, they're not that much bigger. So you don't really need to worry about stretching out your pod sleeves if you're using a sleeveless harness or even a strapped harness. Like, just doing this little side-by-side comparison here, not really big difference in like the size or anything, even just like a heads-up view here. The only real difference that you're getting between these 2 pods is that the GXG pod is just pretty much straight all the way through until it gets to the very end at the lid here, which you can see there's a little tab, and you've got this little protrusion here for the lid and the spring. But when you get to the Infamous pod, it tapers all the way up. So it's going to be basically at like a slight slant. They also got their branding all over their stuff. And I mean, honestly, let's just be real here. It's a good looking pod. They do come in a variety of different colors as well. As you can see here, I've got the smoke and the clear, and then we have the black as well. But you'll notice that the hinge here, where the lid sits on the GXG pod, it protrudes out. You're not going to get that on the Pro DNA pod. And then there's just this little thumb tab that your thumb just kind of slides right into and just pops right open. Now, that's one thing that I also really, really like about this pod too, is that they're not trying to reinvent the wheel, because these pods have been around for the longest time and most teams use GXG pods to this day. Everyone's been trying to do something a little bit different. Higher pod capacities, a thicker pod, ones that have buttons that you have to push to open them, but they get really expensive. Which brings me to my next point here. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel, like I said, and the price point, it's not that much different. These pods are going to be $4.95 each. And again, they claim that they carry 160 rounds, but they just pop open super easy. I don't have to sit here and push a button. I'm not struggling to open this or anything. And then it just pops right back into that pod pack, and it's just completely effortless putting these pods in, taking them out. But now is going to come the fun part, where I'm going to grab 2 pods that are full of paint, and I'm going to count the paint in each of them. And I'm not looking forward to it. But we got to test the theory. I want to preface this by saying that as a paintball player, we should only really know how to count to 5, because in X-Ball, there's only 5 bodies on the field. Production! Speed it up! That's 127. And so that is 131 paintballs in the GXG 140 round pod. Now I'm gonna go ahead and dump this back in to the bag actually, and then we're gonna try the infamous pod and see how much it carries. All right, we got 131 in the GXG pod. We'll see how much the Pro DNA pod is carrying. All right, so. 138, 142, 145. It's 148 paintballs. So I would say, just to conclude here, 160 round pod, yeah, probably if you're using some pretty small board paint, but it does carry a little bit more paint than those standard pods. So it is safe to say that the Pro DNA 160 round pod does carry more paint than the standard GXG pods, but 160 rounds I think is a generous number. But again, if you are using smaller board paint, I could easily see you hitting 160 because we're only off by 12 paintballs. But with that said and done, if you need to pick up some new pods and you want to get the Pro DNA 160 round pods, well, there's one place to go, and that's going to be BFPGear.com. If you're looking to pick up some new pods and you want to carry maybe a little extra ammunition out there on the field, you should probably check out the Pro DNA 160 round pods and get those orders in right now on BFPGear.com.